A homeless man walked into a luxury restaurant every single Friday night. Same torn hoodie, same dirty backpack, same table in the corner. Every week, he ordered only hot water, nothing else. The waiters hated it. He's scaring customers away. He smells terrible. Why does the manager keep allowing him here? But the manager always said the same thing. Leave him alone. For almost 2 months, the man came every Friday, sat quietly, drank hot water, and left after exactly 1 hour. Never caused trouble, never begged for food, never spoke to anyone. But one night, everything changed. A young waitress was carrying a tray of expensive wine when another customer suddenly stuck his foot out. She tripped. Glasses shattered everywhere. Wine spilled across the floor. The entire restaurant went silent. The owner exploded. "You idiot, do you know how much that wine cost?" The waitress started crying instantly. She kept apologizing over and over. Then the owner shouted something that made everyone uncomfortable. "You're paying for every bottle or you're fired." The girl looked terrified because everyone knew she was struggling already. Then suddenly, a chair moved. The homeless man stood up slowly, reached into his dirty backpack, and pulled out stacks of cash. Whole restaurant froze. Even the owner looked confused. The man calmly placed the money on the table. "That should cover the wine." Nobody could believe it. The owner stared at him. "Where did you get all that money?" The homeless man smiled softly and said something nobody expected. "I built this restaurant." Silence. The owner's face turned pale because years ago, before becoming rich, he had worked for a construction company, and there had been rumors that the real founder was cheated out of everything by his own business partners. Nobody ever knew what happened to him until now. The homeless man looked around the restaurant slowly. "I come here every Friday to remember what my life used to be." And he turned toward the waitress. But no worker should ever be humiliated for an accident. The waitress was crying harder now. The owner couldn't even speak. And then came the final shock. The homeless man pulled one last paper from his backpack. The original ownership document, still legally valid. The restaurant was still under his name. 3 weeks later, the cruel owner was gone. The waitress became the new manager. And every Friday night, one table in the corner stayed permanently reserved, not for a customer, but for the man who lost everything and still chose kindness instead of revenge.